Alright guys, Jay at Product Performance here. Alright, you're going to appreciate this one. This is a C6 I built and dynoing it, trying to get it out the door. Doesn't work, of course. And I say that because a lot of these now, they're just getting old and they just don't work. And I just run into this more often, so let me show you what's going on. And so what we're going to look at here, what's happening is I've got low pressure. We're not getting any boost, so I'm not even getting reverse boost on this thing. Now I have already swapped the valve body out and that didn't do anything, which is interesting. So we're going to watch a couple things here. So this is the main pressure gauge. Okay. This is the pressure in the cooler line. And this is the flow in the cooler. Alright. So when we have low pressure like this, one of the things I like to look at is this flow meter to see if we're getting very low or no flow, which would indicate a leak inside the transmission somewhere. Okay, and I believe we're not getting a ton of flow, but for the pressure that this is putting out, the flow looks normal. So I don't believe that we have a leak or anything. We're just not getting oil to the TV circuit for some reason. I've looked at the modulator valve and everything. That seems okay. Right now I've got it disconnected, so what that means is the pressure should be high. We should be seeing about 200 pounds of pressure, and what you're gonna see is around 50 or 50 to 75. It's low. So let me fire this up and let me show you. I believe I'm in neutral right now. Okay, so got about 65 in there. If you look at our flow meter here, that's at 1 gallon a minute. That's actually good flow considering the pressure. We got, just under 10 pounds of pressure in the cooler circuit. So I don't suspect a leak or, a really bad pump or anything like that. So, alright, let's find reverse here. Reverse should have a big boost. Okay, it's in reverse, and we do have boost. I honestly wasn't getting that before, but I think I had the vacuum hooked up too, so we are getting some boost there. Our flow meter has gone way down. I'm hearing strange noise. Okay, back to neutral. Seeing a little bit more pressure. That's kind of weird. Let's go to drive. So we got more pressure for some reason. It's still not what it should be. Let me give it some RPM. Okay, no shift. Let me hook the vacuum line back up just to see what happens here. Okay, vacuum line is hooked up. Pressure has not changed. That's kind of strange. Let me just double check it. Okay. Let's manual first. Almost fucking shifted soft. Alright, we're in drive. Let's see if it shifts. Nope. Kind of weird, we got some pressure now. I don't know, this thing's acting really goofy. And like I said, I had already replaced the valve body. But what I didn't do, I had just replaced the valve body. I did not replace the channel casting or the separator plate, which you would think wouldn't matter, but it might matter because I've seen sometimes in these channel castings that there's a, I don't know if it's a crack or a flaw in them somewhere, but I've seen them not work before. I've actually changed the channel casting and all of a sudden things will work again. So somehow they get a crossbleed in them, even though, you know, you look and look and look, you can't see it. So, okay, let me put you on pause here. I'm probably going to pull this valve body, but let's see. I'm going to go to my next plan of action here. So hang on a minute. Okay, guys, I am back. I think I got it. I didn't run it much, but let's run it together. So here we go. And I'll tell you what I did in a minute and what I found. So here we go. Okay. Almost 20 pounds of pressure in the cooler line. 1.5 gallons per minute of flow in the cooler circuit. 100 psi. Vacuum line is connected. So here we go. Let's make a pull. And you'll see this will come up with throttle. That actually works now. We have pressurized. Good. Alright, downshifted first. I'm going to pull it a little harder this time, a little more throttle. Very good. Our cooler flow went over 2 gallons a minute. Let's make one more pull. I watch the pressure, the cooler pressure this time. I was kind of watching the flow. I'm going to disconnect the vacuum. I just want to see what our peak pressure is. Okay. Shut that off. 200 pounds peak. That's good. Cooler flow I saw maybe go up about 2.25 gallons per minute, which is real good. It's working good now. And I'm going to tell you what was wrong with it. It's kind of a strange thing. So this is actually the first valve body back in it. And I swapped out the channel casting and the separator plate. But honestly, I don't believe any of that was the problem. Here's what happened. Hang on one second. Let me grab something. Okay, so what I noticed, so if you look in here, now I had put a brand new vacuum modulator on here like I always do. And I don't know if any of you seasoned guys notice already. I took this one out, but the damn adjustment screw in the new modulator was missing. And I didn't notice that. So here's the screw. Here's what it looks like. Removed. So I just took a screw out of another one and put it in this modulator that was already in there. But yeah, the damn screw was missing in the modulator. I believe that's what the problem was. I just, I don't know, it was a new part. Took it out of the bag and screwed it into the transmission. I never noticed the damn screw wasn't in there. Here's what it should look like with the screw inside. I guess I can see why I didn't notice that at first, but, I just thought, man, I just not seeing a problem with this valve body here, and there was so little difference changing valve bodies, which I've had this happen before. Like I said, channel castings and things can be bad and stuff like that. Sometimes somebody will drill a hole in the separator plate that you don't notice for thinking it's for some kind of a modification, but it's improperly done. I've run into that. So you got to kind of look at the plates and compare it with another one and look for extra holes and things like that. But no, I believe that was the problem, was the damn vacuum modulator, brand new part with a missing screw. Very frustrating, and I really wish I had noticed that sooner before spending, I've wasted, this is a Sunday, by the way, and, this is going to sound strange to you guys, but, man, I try not to work on Sundays anymore. I just have bad luck on Sundays. I guess I should be in church or something. Maybe it's God trying to tell me something here. I think he's trying to say, man, stop wasting your life working. You need to be, you need to take at least Sunday off, right? So, I keep saying I'm not going to do this on Sunday anymore, but, whatever. I did, and I had a problem. So, anyways, that is probably not very interesting to you, what I found, but it sure caused me a problem, and I've built a lot of these. I sort of kind of know what I'm doing here, but it just goes to show you, man, these things get us all, and new parts, just because they're new doesn't mean they're any good. So, I have told people for years, like on an old unit, check I've seen a lot of times these screws will vibrate and come out and get sucked up by the engine. And I tell people with older transmissions, if they start shifting real soft and early and they just don't seem right, check, make sure that screw is in there. I've told this to people for a long time, on an old unit. This is the first time I've ever put a brand new one on where the screw is missing. But, nowadays you just see more of these kind of mistakes on your new parts or defective new parts and things like that. So, I've just got confident and thought, well, I put a brand new modulator valve on there like I always do and never have had a problem with a new one. Well, here we go. First time for everything, so guess what I'll be watching for from now on. But okay, guys, I hope this helps you a little bit. I want to say this to you too. I get a lot of emails, you guys, you think I'm a free tech service or whatever, and you say, well, I got a transmission that I bought from here, or this guy built it, or I built it, and it's doing this or that. What do you think it is? You know what, guys? I don't know. Because you can see here, you can see the information that I'm getting here. And also, I built this. I kind of know what's been done, what hasn't been done. And you can see even I'm struggling sometimes trying to figure out what's going on. And I know you guys want an in. Oh, yeah, he knows. No, I really don't know without information and fooling around with it, you know. And quite honestly, more often than not on these older units, C4s, C6s, when I'm having a problem like this, it's typically the valve body and it's just old, worn out. It's almost never a mistake I made. It's just, this stuff's just getting old. And so nowadays, instead of trying to spend a lot of hours diagnosing the problem, which is the right way to do it, but it's just more cost effective and time effective, especially for me to just go, okay, let me just build another valve body and swap that out and see if it doesn't fix it. Because in my situation, I've got other valve bodies here. It's easy for me to do that. And also, if that doesn't end up being the problem, well, now I just have a built valve body that I know is good and I can use it in another unit or whatever, sell it to a customer. So it just becomes a piece of inventory. So the parts replacement thing is not the intelligent way to do it, but it's quick and easy, and it puts something on my shelf if it doesn't work out. Most of the time it does work out. Honestly, it usually ends up being a bad valve body or governor, just because, like I said, this stuff's getting so old. But anyways, ended up being a new part this time, and just something I just didn't notice that little screw missing, and it bit me. I wasted a good, 4 or 5 hours on a Sunday morning, and I should have, I think I should have gone to church or something. I think that would have been more successful. Had I not tried to do this on a Sunday, I bet the screw would have been in there. So I think God's trying to tell me something. So I don't know, but I'm just throwing that theory out there. But anyways, guys, I hope this kind of helps you somehow. But, even I have problems and run into silly things. So I just wanted to show you that. I know I always tell you guys, hey, I'm not perfect either, and I don't mind telling you. So here we are. I'm showing you one right now. But all right, guys, thanks for watching. And if you're seeing this on the weekend or a Sunday or something, take some time off. Don't work on Sundays. It's just, I don't know, bad things happen on Sundays when I'm in the shop. So I'm staying home. I'm going home now, and I'm taking the rest of the day off. All right, guys, thanks for watching.